Everyone, welcome to the meeting room. And this is the second time we perform the monthly AMA. Yes, as the planned it, we will do this one repeatedly from month to month. We would like to involve some changes this time, like since we have a large group of users in China, and China will be also one focus in the future, we will reserve some time for our Chinese community owners. Okay, just mute everyone. So if anybody wanted to talk or send a message, please, you can either send in the WeChat group or Telegram, or can put the direct chat on the screen. Okay. So as usual, we have the schedule, talk about the product progress, business development, achievements, and future plans. Also, we reserve time for Q&A. Okay, so on about product progress part, last month we released our 6 models, AI models, open source to the public, so people can check our GitHub repo. We wrote the ARM manual notebook, so basically you can use the notebook to guide you how to set up and using the ARM. And we did the first ARM plus Zoom remote education trial. I will talk about it later. It's a very interesting experiment, and we have a very interesting things planned with them. Okay, first, this is the stuff we open sourced. So we open sourced some code repos. The AI Worker 1.0 is released. Basically, 1.0 is Python-based source code. It using the same design as the AI Worker 2.0, but the only difference is that 1.0 is in Python and 2.0 is in Golang. So if you want to read the code to see how the AI Worker is designed, you can follow those code steps. And I guess it's still working if you're using the AI 1.0, but it's a little bit buggy, and it's probably like easy to lose the connection with the ledger. Secondly, the Nebula AI blockchain and the node is open source as a long time ago, but hereby we just give you more information about that. You'll be able to running those nodes locally to set up a solo mining mode. Some people already put the open a first bug there where you can look. Secondary, we put the offline wallet, and the offline wallet is in TypeScript, so allow individual to store Nebula AI token if you want. And also you can check the balance and digital transaction history. We suggest we open source this code base just to give you a more easy way to put it offline. So you don't need to using an online one, because on the same, we don't recommend people to do the transaction online. You should import in your wallet and then download it and doing the offline actions. Some community members have suggested that we should put the offline transactions as well. We agree that will be a good feature about the offline sign transactions. We also have some blockchain Explorer open source, so you can run in those browser even offline. And also the ARM converter. ARM converter is a Python tool which help you convert your Python script to ARM compiler format. Previously, like there was one issue that if you wanted to training ARM on ARM, you needed to convert in your script manually, included all those Python libraries. However, this time you have more easy way of doing it. You can just using the ARM converter. And about how to use an ARM converter, I can talk about later. We have a documentation in development stage. So you can do that. We have 6 models open source. Those are the 3 of them. The Keras using the Minst. The Minst is the models which is generates the handwriting, help you to read the digital images about the numbers. The Word2Vec is also the most popular technology, like to let you to tell how close the different meaning of the words to each other. Our translator is syntax sentiment analysis tools. It allowed you to transmission different languages, for example, from French to English. And this is an example how it doing the job. Because the French translation to English is the most easy one. Achieve a very good performance with the own translator. This is also a model has been tested on the our network. The K-mean is the use case performed by our AI developers in Montreal. In Montreal, there are 16 optimized fire station locations, and based on how frequently the fire disaster happens, fire alarm disaster, the model help them to find how to place those stations. Another image encoder and decoder is for image detection. So you can upload images and then you'll be able to recognize and mark those images. All those links or details, it's already in the post we have on Medium and also on the WeChat public noticement. For other details about how Orion works, we created the Orion manual notebook. So this is the link. There you can, if you go to the mba.io docs and README, it provides you details about how to create the service, how to download, upload, and analyze the data. Also about how to create a good script of AI computing. Yeah, this is one thing I was trying last week. We performed the first Zoom plus Orion education on the Orion platform. Basically, like it integrated the Jupyter notebook into our system, so we'll be able to create the instance, make sure everybody, I mean the students, have the privilege to create their own instance, doing their own Python script. In the future, to be after the finish of the Python course, they can also doing the AI course, keep the same workspace, the same models for their future usage. This is also one tool where we provide to our client in Montreal. And for the client partners, we'll talk about it in the later slides. Yeah, this is the basic development we have performed recently 2 weeks. So we perform a second visit of the Hong Kong education company. We have very good progress about the detailed working plan, roadmap, and we'll help them set up their detailed education system with the backlog of the course description, the course instructors, and also some of the materials. And they were in charge of the promotions and the marketing plans. Beyond that, the same software and the same technology will be used in Montreal. We already signed the contract with Informatique as software in Montreal. They're going to use the system next month. Sorry, not next month, next week. So that's why team now is very busy working on making those things working properly. And we have something to optimize. For example, the first trial of the Orion notebook was using HTTP. We needed to do the HTTPS enhancement. We needed to make sure the load balancer works perfectly to support 100 users at the same time. We needed to do some optimization of the backup plan and other disaster recovery. And two AI companies is still in discussion, but we have very good progress. We have talking with the CTOs. They both approve the plan. Now it's moving to the CEO's privilege to sign the contract. I guess it will be done end of this month, and we'll see the result. And we will reveal the name during the next AMA slides in June. So listing. So we completed 3 application forms from exchange listing and 2 in progress, still in discussion. I have another listing exchange including discussion immediately after this morning's meeting. Achievements part, we have Canada Scientific Research and Experiment Development Department visit Nebula AI AMA this week. They confirmed the innovative and advanced technology position in Canada, and they promised that we'll provide the funding support, almost guaranteed. They will continue the pro-technology support with the btczoom.com since the last month, and now most part is already finished, and the website will be online next Wednesday. The Android, iOS, and also the backend technical support is all completed. Something about the token release. So everybody knows that last slides we talk about the token release. So the general token release is in April 29 as expected, and we're doing the distribution to the core team. The total amount of distribution is about 167 million, and between the period from April 29th to 2018 to April 2019, 30% of the team members or team members spend about 25 to 30% of their tokens holdings, and usually they do it between the OTC channel, so it won't impact the marketing. Well, it still have a slightly impact, but not much. The token budget for the April 29th, 2019 until the April 29th, 2020, the same amount, but this time the token will be used not limited to the core team Montreal, but it also included community developers. For example, the developers who perform plugins or set up the forum or perform the voting, etc. Anything you want, you can submit a request either in Telegram or WeChat group. Demonstrate your proposal, and we can discuss about the budget of the development work, how much the performance. Also, with now we already open source something like a wallet. If you think a wallet doesn't match your expectation, you want something more than that. For example, you want Android or iOS version, you can perform one and submit your proposal. If we think it's good, we can give the quotation from our. And about token swipe, after we just finished completed the half-year token swap, but we noticed that there's still about 30% of people didn't swipe the tokens. So we are extend the token swap for 5 more business days until March 20th, 2019. So it's still free for this period, a grace period. After that, there will be 1% of fees charged for the ERC20 Nebula token, so to mainnet token. If you want to doing trading with Nebula AI mainnet token, you can do it on Coinbase. Make sure that you only send the mainnet token to the Coinbase. Don't send the ERC20, otherwise you will lost it. From what I know, usually they will ask you to pay a small amount of payback fee if you send the ERC20 token to Coinbase. Yeah, now we go to Q&A part. Where Nebula AI offline wallet has an extraction feature as a offline transaction. That is one we just answered before. Yes, we are added the feature sometime. I'm not sure, maybe June or July. We need to review the difficulties and the timing for that. And any concerns of no engagement in social media accounts? Do you have plans growing your following engagement? Oh, this is a good answer for us. People are asking about sometimes we post the Twitters, people don't respond frequently enough, engaging enough. Yes, this is something concern. I will leave to our business development department. I think they need to do some work on it. Agree, because it's part of a business marketing. Yes. Okay. So get some question from Chinese community. Okay, exchanges online time. The exchange on I would say that will be next week. So progress. Well, like as far as I know, they respond quite fast for most exchange, but one big exchange it takes about 1 month, still didn't reply. For detailed amount of the orders, well, I would like to say it's kind of business secret, and but I can say that you will see the amount next month when we're doing the settlement. For the worried point, most worried about the security, most of them. So that part we're working with the data centers to provide there. And third one, still we have a couple of data centers, 4 to 5, which is working with us, and those ones will be online. In my plan, it will be June 15th. The big data center will be joined. Q2 is will be finished. We already, I think we achieved our goals, and during the call, actually, it's way more past our goals. And Q3 and Q4, yeah, the plan for Q3 and Q4 will be released next month, because usually we release the plan at the end of each season. So basically, like the July 15th, AMA, you will see the Q3, Q4 plan. We already have an internal plan, but we still need some fine discussion. But one thing is definitely was defined is that for marketing. Yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone. So see you later.